Freestar Financial actually originated on Selfridge Air Force Base over 62 years ago. And we now serve 10 counties in southeast Michigan and all of the military in Michigan. Hey, I just want everyone to know that Freestar Financial is giving away $10,000 to 5 different charities, and we have this concept going on that you can go online and nominate your favorite charity. And the charity that gets the most votes are going to get $5,000, and the other charities will get $1,250. And Freestar Financial is all about helping out our communities. So we're really hoping that you will go out and nominate your favorite local charity.
Welcome back. It's the Hire It Done Radio Network. My name's Adam Helfman. That was a really good interview with Steve Iverson and Chelsea Christie from Finished Basis Plus. Those guys really got their stuff together. You know, it's good to have really good contractors on Hire It Done. They just know what they're doing. Now, remember this. Hire It Done contractors are never the cheapest. However, they're never the most expensive. They always fall within the middle. And that's what homeowners like. So if you want home improvement done right, you want it hassle-free, you find contractors like Finished Basements Plus. But again, the question is homeowners have what? Well, not even the question. Here's a fact. Homeowners have 2 fears. One fear is that they're going to get ripped off. The other fear is that they're going to overpay. So that's why Hire It Done exists. My company exists to help you find hassle-free home improvement. Because at the end of the day, you're paying money for something that you deserve a good service. So we want you to get it done properly. But then there's always the question of how you're going to pay for it. How do you get the money for a home improvement project? You just write a check? Well, yeah, if you're lucky and fortunate. But there's a lot of people who need home improvement or want to fix up their home because it is your biggest investment. You have to protect it. So sometimes you got to finance it. Sometimes you got to borrow money to get it. And there's nothing wrong with that if you do it smart. You do it properly. And that's the question. So Hire It Done likes to partner with places, people who understand home improvement financing, who come from that side of the business and want to help you get that done properly. So joining me on the Hire It Done radio show is Drema Isaac from Freestar Financial Credit Union. Good morning, Drema.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
So the website's freestarfinancial.com. And let's just get right into talking about Freestar Financial. How long have you guys been in business?
We have been serving our members for 62 years, and it is just a real privilege. We're very proud of our military heritage and all of the money that we save our members by providing really progressive products and solutions for them.
Which is important. And so you guys said when you started, you initially started serving the military. Was that on like Selfridge?
It was. We originated on Selfridge, 1957, yes.
And now you serve, what, 10 counties in the area?
We have 10 counties, and we serve all of Michigan military members, but it's the 10 counties in southeast Michigan. So how I remember it is if you live or work in any county that borders Macomb, Oakland, or Monroe, you qualify for our membership.
Oh, that's cool. And I know Freestar's got quite a few members, like over 20,000.
20,000, yes. Wow,
and you're growing.
Yes.
Which is important. Now, recently you got an award, Best of the Best.
We did.
That's amazing. That's by the Macomb Daily. That's 7 years in a row now.
Well, actually 8. So they just announced it yesterday. And so Freestar Financial did win the Best of the Best Credit Union from Macomb readers. And I think it's a true testament of the service that our employees provide to our members, that superior service, the caring service. Very proud of what our team does for our membership.
You know, it's important. I notice that the banking industry is changing dramatically. Less person-to-person, less touchy-feely. A lot of the big major national banks are looking to just like download our app, get our card, do everything paperless. We don't want to talk to you. You're doing the opposite. I've been to your bank, and everyone's like, welcome to Freestar Financial. Hi, how are you? People talking first name. There's interaction, and there's a lot of traffic. Like when I was there, the phones were ringing. People were there's action. I'd love to see that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I guess, our philosophy is we're trying to do a little bit of both, right? So we're trying to serve all of our membership. So
Sure.
we have the millennials, we have the Xers, we have the baby boomers, and every single one of those generations do have a certain need, right? So some of the millennials, not all of them, but some of the millennials do want the technology. So with our new branches that we've got Shelby opening in August, very soon this year, and we have St. Clair Shores next year. But what we're trying to do with those branches is provide both solutions. So if you want to use the technology, you can right there in the office. We'll have a technology cafe. So we're trying to serve all of the generations.
You know what? That's actually really smart. I like that. So for people that like the face-to-face interaction, you excel.
Absolutely.
And for the millennial, which is the younger person who just wants to open their phone, click on the app and say, all right, I'm going to pay my heat bill, pay my car payment, make sure that my payroll went in or my paycheck, and they see it, they get the alert, and then they move on.
Absolutely.
It's funny.
They love it. Even a loan, right? Even a loan. They never have to come into the branch if they do not choose to. It can all be handled electronically.
It's interesting. I always say that, you can't remodel a bathroom on an app. Because again, you have to meet with the contractor. You have to, you can still shop on it. You can still get, all the selections, but you still need someone to come see it. And so I'm always wondering because, everybody's migrating towards digital. That migration is there, but there's still the people, and there's still a big percentage of the population that wants the hand in. Like me personally, I like a face-to-face. I want someone to say, hey, how you doing? How's your day? Great. By the way, we have this new product if you're interested.
Absolutely.
I like that. And that's where I think your bank excels. No, if I say bank, is it bad to say that instead of credit union? Or
we like to be called a credit union.
I apologize.
There
Credit
is a
union.
difference.
There
is a difference between the two.
Tell me the
So the
difference.
biggest thing is, and the reason we provide such superior service, because we are members serving members. It's sort of like being on the same team, right? Because the members walking in the door are our owners. So, and it only costs you like $10 to be an owner of a credit union. All of our board of directors, they're members also, and they're dictating where all of our profits are going to go. Is it going to be a lower loan rate, a higher interest rate on our certificate? Are we putting more funds in technology? So, and our board of directors, they do this all voluntarily. I mean, there's no payment going to them. So it's a really neat concept what credit unions are all about.
So credit unions are a big force.
Yes, yes.
Now, are other credit unions that are around, are they connected to you? Is it like credit union to credit union, you can use their ATMs? Is that how that works?
Absolutely. Credit unions, once again, it's a different environment in which we really work together as a team. So we have all over the United States, you can go into different credit unions. They're called service centers. You can use a credit union's ATM. You can free charge at any 7-Eleven if you are a credit union member. So lots of free ATMs throughout. I think well over, we're like the second largest network in all banking.
Oh, wow.
Credit unions are as it relates to free ATMs.
So there's lots of advantages.
Absolutely.
Well, that makes sense, and that's always a good thing, which I always want to make sure that the listeners of this show, because listen, homeowners are going to be doing home improvement, and they always want to look at opportunities as to how to pay for it. What's the best way to borrow money? Obviously, cash is king. However, sometimes it makes sense to borrow at a low rate to improve your house. If you're planning on maybe refinancing or using equity. And so you guys as a credit union, keep your finger on the pulse of all that as well, don't you?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Is there any kind of popular loan right now for homeowners who want to remodel a kitchen or a basement? What are you seeing going through the credit union, or what's popular right now?
So what's most popular for any home improvement is going to be your home equity, a home equity product. And we have a really unique home equity product in which, so to start with, we're going to lend you up to 95% of your equity. So to get that equity, right, you have to, let's just say you have a $100,000 home. Your loan, your first mortgage is only $50,000. So we're going to go up to $95,000. So that's, what is that, $45,000 they would be able to get in equity. And our home equity product is amortized over 25 years. So they have 25 years to pay it back if they would like. Or there's no prepayment penalty, so they can pay it back as quickly as they want. But another thing that's unique is they do not have to make a draw at the time of closing. So like, for instance, if you're planning a project 2 months from now, come get your home equity today, and then when you're ready to make those payments, then you can apply and take an advance.
Very, very interesting point. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to ask more about equity lines of credit and typical home improvement projects that they can use that for, and how long does it take to get approved. When we come back, I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back to Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Drema Isaac from Freestar Financial Credit Union. The website's freestarfinancial.com. Everyone's an owner. Drema, you're giving away $10,000.
We are.
Let's talk about that for a quick second.
Yeah. So, credit unions are all about people helping people. We love being out in our community. So we're actually going to give 5 charities, give away $10,000. So the first, it's a really neat concept. We're having all of the members in the community actually vote for the charities. Mm-hmm. And the charity that does get the most votes we're going to give away $5,000. And then the other 4 charities will receive $1,250.
That's great.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice to be able to give back.
Yes.
Congratulations. So just go to freestarfinancial.com between now and June 30th, and you can enter in that. That's nice.
Nominate your favorite charity.
Yeah, that's interesting. So homeowners who belong to the credit union use it for all their banking needs, and we were talking about home improvement because it seems to me that homeowners want to borrow money for renovations. They borrow it against their equity, like you said, which makes perfect sense, and that's called the Heloc, home equity line of credit. But you said something that's interesting to me. You can get approved now, but you don't have to use the money now.
Correct.
So how long do they have that for?
So so with our product, which is a little unique, is so they can draw as much as they want up to their limit. They can pay it off, and they can keep doing that for 10 years. Okay, so it cuts down on all the refinancing, because what you have is I want to update my kitchen. So maybe it's a 5-year product. They pay that off. Then they're coming back again. Well, now I want to update my bathrooms. So this product they don't have to come back that second time. They have up to 10 years to do as many projects as they want. And then after that, the draw period stops, and then they can pay it back for the next 15 years. Or the great thing about this product too is there's no prepayment penalty. They can pay it off as quickly as they want.
So that's important. So now let me ask you this. So homeowner gets 95% of that equity borrowed, and they renovate their house. Now the house is worth more, and they pay off the equity. And they have this for 10 years, this loan. Can they, if the equity's more, can they increase the loan, or is it a whole new process?
So that would be a whole new process.
Okay.
So simply because, of the recording. So if they're taking out more funds, then it would have to be recorded for that amount.
Okay. Well, which makes sense. But again, hopefully in the majority of home improvements increase the value of the home.
Absolutely.
So that's always a good thing. Like this last guest we had, which was Finished Basements Plus, the average basement remodel that's bigger, it could be up to $50,000 or more. So all of a sudden you need that money to borrow, but then you've improved the value of your house, increase the equity, so then it allows you to work on paying that off. That's really smart.
Absolutely.
Now, what about like credit cards and other banking services that the credit union offers? Is it?
Yeah, we offer a full array of all of the different products. Like, for instance, our credit card the rate is 9.5%, which is a very low rate. Of course, your home equity loan is going to be a lot lower because you have collateral, right? So
Sure.
it's at the prime rate now, which is around 5.5. Then we have the Michigan Saves loan. Now, for those members that do not, or consumers that do not have equity in their home, they can get a really low rate through that whole Michigan Saves program. I mean, rates as low as prime. I think our rate is like 5.75. And once again, I think they're amortizing that over like 15 years. So
if
really
you're
good product.
That's really smart. I'm glad you said that. And I forgot that Freestar Financial is one of the Michigan Saves banks. We had on earlier this morning Tom Mackey from Dana Foam Insulation. They're a Michigan Saves contractor.
Yes.
So when they go to your house and the homeowner says, I'd like to finance that, they just send them to Freestar now. And then you guys will get that loan started for them.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. Very good product. And, there's different discounts, that they can get for the whole energy saving. Really smart. Look at that first if you're all about the energy saving.
Well, it's important. I think, energy saving gives you some rebates from the, like consumers that are in DTE.
Yes.
But it's also reducing your energy costs, which everyone's always interested in doing. So, but it costs, I always say it costs money to save money, but there's a payback period.
Yes.
And it makes perfect sense. So there are other reasons why homeowners use equity lines of credit as well. Besides home improvement, which is the majority of the reasons, there are other things, right?
Absolutely. So we see a lot of even debt consolidations, and, it makes sense, right? Paying off credit cards that are well over 15%. And financing, a home equity, which is a much lower rate, they're going to save thousands of dollars over the life of that loan. So,
which makes perfect sense. So it's okay. Again, we always want to caution homeowners not to create too much debt, but consolidate debt, because if you have high interest credit cards and you have the equity, you've just saved yourself hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Absolutely.
And in thousands over the life of the loan, which I thought makes perfect sense. Now, we talked about the myths about, banking institutions thinking that credit unions aren't as tech savvy. That is completely not true.
That is correct. Yes.
So Freestar has an app.
Absolutely.
You do a lot of online banking, and you're just as technical savvy as any bank.
Absolutely. We
That's
have our
important.
own app. We have all of the electronics.
And again, this is what I like. It's like the best of both worlds. If a homeowner prefers face-to-face, you've got, 5 branches now? Or four, and your fifth is opening soon.
Yes, in August.
Now, you don't have to be a member of the military anymore to...
Oh, absolutely not. Live, work, or worship in the 10 counties in southeast Michigan.
I like that. So you have the 5th location is opening in Shelby Township.
Yes.
On Van Dyke, just south of 26. Okay, I know where that area is. And then you actually have a 6th branch planned for next year.
St. Clair Shores, yes.
Oh, wow. So growth is in your future there.
Yes, we're spreading the word. Everyone
I'm kind of
should have a
honored.
credit union.
You're the CEO. Like, you're leading the way.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
got a great team.
I'm going to comment on that for a second. When I first met you and your team,
Yeah.
and the communications we've had all the way through to today has been stellar.
Well, thank you.
Everybody's been responsive. Everyone's got everyone's back. And the information flow has been like automatic. It's hard for me to extract information a lot of times with clients to say, hey, what are we going to talk about? What are trends? What are this? You guys are like boom, 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 on it, organized.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so, but that's a reflection of the credit union. It's a reflection of what goes on. So if homeowners listening right now and you're thinking of possibly changing banks, adding a credit union, or wanting to learn more, go to freestarfinancial.com. Check it out.
Yeah, Freestar has a great video out there which starts from the very beginning. It's all about our history. So check that out. It's a really neat video.
Yeah, and it's funny. When I was a contractor many eons ago, we actually did commercial work, and we also did work at Selfridge Air Force Base, like in the 80s and 90s. Like, we renovated some barracks and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of remember that, because I used to love going there and looking at the jets and that kind of stuff. So the history that you guys have is amazing, which is always good. So you can home equity line of credit, you can lock that rate for 5 years.
Yes, that's another thing that separates us from most other products. Our home equity, like if you were coming today, the rate would be 5.5%. That's our lowest rate. You're going to have that for 5 years. Okay, so if rates went up, you're going to stick with the 5.5. So in 5 years, it would readjust to where prime is. Most places, that rate may change quarterly, or it may change every year. So you're locking in so you can manage your payments.
So now let's say I lock it in, and in 5 years from now, rates are a little higher. Can you do like a refi and consolidate everything into one new loan, or is it just you can re-up your equity line?
So if you wanted, I guess if you wanted to have a lower rate.
Yeah.
So the lowest rate probably, it's going to adjust to the lowest rate.
Okay.
So we're going to adjust to the market rate in 5 years. So there would be no need to, refinance.
Which is important, and that I understand that. And the application process, it's not hard at all.
Oh, no.
So do you recommend someone come into the bank? Do they start online? What's the best way to do it?
So whatever they prefer, they can come inside, or they can easily go online, and then once we receive their application, we'll have someone from the office actually reach out to them and go through the whole process.
Perfect.
So very easy, very easy. Or, if they don't want to do the online, just call our number. We have a mortgage real estate lending department that answers the phone and takes applications over the phone also.
Drema Isaac, CEO of Freestar Financial Credit Union. www.freestarfinancial.com. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you.
That's it. Another hour gone just like that. Time to end the show, but don't end the conversation. I want to hear from you. Send me a tweet. Send me anything. I'm Adam Helfman, and you're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network.